Ladies and gentlemen, I really think that Rudy Giuliani missed his calling. He would have made a perfect Uncle Fester. I'm just saying. So let's get into this story. This gets even more hilarious than the last one I told you about. Well, looks like Rudy Giuliani is not going to be able to get rid of this debt that he's in. I'm talking about the 148 million judgment that he must pay. Legal experts say Rudy Giuliani won't be able to escape paying defamed election workers. So he can't bankruptcy his way out of it, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely going to stick to him. Does Rudy Giuliani have to pay the election workers he defamed more than $148 million? Will those women ever see any of that money? Can he afford it? Probably not. Whether Donald Trump, a former attorney facing a mountain of legal problems, can cover the extensive costs of his lies surrounding the 2020 presidential election is likely to be hotly contested. Yeah, he does have the right to appeal. Yes, he does. But lawyers for Shay Moss and her mother, Ruby Freeman, have said they were not able to get a full accounting of Mr. Giuliani's net worth and assets. So, largely because he never responded to the subpoenas for them. Throughout the 4-day trial, as well as the court filings over the last 2 years of the case, Mr. Giuliani's attorneys have said he does not have enough funds to cover the debt. Oh, I want to. No, I can't even push out a tear for Rudy Giuliani. I can't do it, y'all. Can't do it. Though it still remains unclear if anything he does have. So, attorney John Langford told MSNBC that the legal team is going to work diligently to track down every asset that he has, work to ensure what he has rightly going to Shay and Ruby for what he owes. So, they're going to literally take every dime he got and send it to these women. Wow. On Friday, after the 4-day trial, an 8-member jury determined that Mr. Giuliani owes Miss Freeman and Miss Moss 16.2 million and 16.99 million. That is for compensatory damages in addition to 20 million each for intentional infliction of emotional distress and a further 75 million in punitive damages. That does not include the 200,000 he owes in court sanctions, which he still has not paid. Woo, Rudy, 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 Rudy. Tootie, Rudy, nobody wants to be you. He also could owe more than $1 million to defense attorneys who sued him earlier this year, and he has a balance of nearly 60,000 for telephone bills. Damn, Rudy, how the hell do you rack up $60,000 in telephone bills? Uh, uh, uh. Need to keep your mouth shut and stay off the phone. Oh man. Ryan Goodman, a former special counsel for the U.S. Department of Defense, told CNN that the election workers are likely to collect only a fraction of the damages awarded to them. There is no way they will collect a total of $148 million judgment, he said, and I don't think they'll collect half of that amount or a quarter of that amount, just a fraction. So what? So what? As long as they're taking it from Rudy Giuliani, I am happy. Oh, man. But I do think maybe they will collect millions it depends on what his assets are. So the former US attorney Barb McQuaid also said that the payout will depend on what exactly his assets include. His wages could be garnished, and his profits, this is what they told MSNBC, but he can't avoid paying Miss Friedman and Miss Moss, even if he declared bankruptcy, unless he can get the verdict thrown out on appeal. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Mm-mm-mm. So, intentional torts like defamation are not dischargeable in bankruptcy. And so it may be that Ruby Friedman and Shay Moss are able to chase Rudy Giuliani down to his grave to catch every penny they can out of his pockets. Wow. Wow, Rudy. And you know what? Even after they're dead, can't they still collect from his estate? Just in case there's like life insurance policies and stuff like that. They should be able to still collect from his estate, even if he is, fertilizer one day. So let's get back to the story. But a judge determined that he could not use bankruptcy to avoid paying the damages owed. Last week, Jones proposed a payment plan that would pay the families at least $5.5 million annually over a decade. That does not mean that Mr. Giuliani could attempt to relitigate whether his conduct was willful and malicious under bankruptcy law. The legal battle would be separate from the federal court battle surrounding his defamation case. The bankruptcy court, Mr. Giuliani could try to negotiate some kind of post verdict settlement. You know what? I hope don't sit down at no negotiating table with Rudy Giuliani. Make him pay every dime. Nah, don't sit down at no negotiating table with this man. Don't do it. In closing argument, Mr. Giuliani defamation trial attorneys for Miss Friedman and Miss Moss said they don't know what he continues to earn from his election lies, including a deal with right-wing media network Newsmax. He has also had some help from his former boss, the former president, held a fundraiser for his former attorney, and the attendees paid $100,000 each. For Rudy Giuliani? Damn, a man that can contort his face in 1,000 ways, right? Mr. Giuliani, who said through his attorney that he's having financial difficulties and is currently trying to sell his New York apartment for more than $6. Rudy, you ain't fooling nobody with that. Y'all don't sit down at no negotiating with Rudy. Make him pay the whole $148 million. Okay, Miss Friedman suggests to reporters on Friday that their legal claim don't necessarily end with Mr. Giuliani. Today is not the end of the road. We still have to do work, she said. Mr. Giuliani was not the only one who spread lies about us, and others must be held accountable too. But that's tomorrow's work. So I guess they're suing other people. Good for them. Good for them. And, they'll find out what his network is. I mean, come on, Rudy. If you are a taxpayer, but, use that lightly on Rudy Giuliani, then they can easily find out where your income comes from. These things aren't as difficult as you think. But y'all, Please tell me what you think. I think it's hilarious that he can't wiggle his way out of this debt. Woo! Pay your debt, Rudy. Pay your debt. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps and pay your debt. Please leave your comments and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.